Using the SwiftUI Effects Library, you can add sophisticated and realistic particle systems to SwiftUI views with minimal effort. In this video, we will take a look at how to add particle effects such as snow, fire, fireworks, and confetti to SwiftUI views using the Effects Library. We will begin by adding default animations. Then, I will show you how to customize various effects to create unique experience. Finally, we will dive into real-world examples by integrating the Effects Library with Chat SwiftUI. Let's create a blank SwiftUI project in Xcode. Fetch the Effects Library and Chat SwiftUI SDK as package dependencies from GitHub using Swift Package Manager. Create a new SwiftUI project. Make sure you select iOS and under Application, you select App and click Next. Name the project and click Next. I will save it in my Downloads folder. We can fetch the Effects Library and the Chat SwiftUI SDK from GitHub. So let's go to an article on our website, Build a SwiftUI Chat Messaging App. Over here, we have a link to the SDK. So I will click Code and copy the link. Then go back to the Xcode project. To install it in Xcode, we can go to File, Add Packages. We are going to use Swift Package Manager. On the left, I will select GitHub and then paste the link in the search box and click Add Package. That will take a while. Then click Add Package and wait again. Next, we will fetch the Effects Library. Let's open the browser again. You can search the SwiftUI Effects Library from GitHub. So I will do the same thing. Click the code and copy the link. Then open the SwiftUI project again. Go to File, Add Packages, and then paste the link. We need to set up the Chat SwiftUI to work with the SwiftUI app. To do that, we are going to add some new files. Let's command click here and select New File. The first one will be app delegate. That will be used to set up the SDK. So in this video, I do not go through how to set up the SDK. So if you are new to Stream, you can check this article on our website to learn about how to set up the SDK to work with your SwiftUI project. Since I already have the code for the app delegate, I'm going to select everything here, delete and paste the code. But if you are new to Stream, you can check the article I showed previously to learn about how this works. Let's add another file. We will call this Custom UI Factory. So in this video, we will add some methods in the Custom View Factory to bring animations from the Effects Library to Chat SwiftUI. You can check the same article I showed previously about how to customize Chat. Let's add the last file. I'll select SwiftUI View and Next. Then call this High Intensity Fireworks. We now have the Effects Library as package dependency in the SwiftUI project. Let's look at how to bring the default animations from the Effects Library to the SwiftUI project. What we should do first is to import the Effects Library. The Effects Library has 6 built-in animations and effects that you can add directly to your layout and composition in SwiftUI. We have snow, rain, fire, fireworks, smoke, and confetti. So in Content View, we can remove this VStack and then add any of these 6 animations. To bring, for example, the snow animation, we need to put Snow View. And this is shown in the Xcode preview. Let's change that to, for example, fireworks. So we have other animation effects like the confetti. And that's how to bring default animations to any SwiftUI view. The Effects Library provides a lot of customization options. Let's look at how to customize the various parameters to create a unique particle system experience. We can customize any of the effects in similar way. For example, let's customize the fireworks effect. So this fireworks method accepts a parameter called config and it has the type fireworks config. Let's add the variable config of the type fireworks config. So we can now pass this parameter in the fireworks method here. So now we have added the configuration provider, but we haven't customized anything. The first customization you may want the fireworks to have may be changing the rendering speed of the particles emission and the rate at which the particles are born. We can use the options low, medium, and high to implement a parameter called intensity. This is an enum. The default implementation of the intensity is medium. Supposing you want to have a high intensity, we can add the high intensity case to the fireworks configuration initialization. I'm going to remove this variable and paste this code. So the fireworks is now having a high intensity. To make the intensity low, we change the case to low. So we now have a low intensity fireworks. Let's change it back to high. Next, we can change the lifetime of the particles so that the emitter cells stay longer or shorter. The lifetime parameter of the particle system controls how long the emitter cells can stay before disappearing. This property is an enumeration of 3 cases: short, medium, and long. So below the intensity, we are going to add the lifetime. Let's try long. So we now have the particle staying longer than before. Another emission parameter you may want to change is the initial velocity. This defines the rate of change at the start of the animation. So the initial velocity has 3 enum cases: slow, medium, and fast. It has the default setting of medium. Below the lifetime, let's add initial velocity. We can set it to slow, medium, or fast. Let's set it to fast. As you can see, we now have a faster initial velocity for the particles. The Effects Library has more customization options. The other parameters we can change to create unique particle experiences are the background color, fade out, and the spread radius. The background color allows you to specify the color of the device screen. With fade out, you can control how fast or how slow the emission particles disappear after creation. The spread radius allows you to define the position within the particle system at which the cells spread out. So you can use it to make the particles spread in different ways. For example, if you want them to spread in all directions on the screen, you can set the spread radius to high. Below the initial velocity, let's add fade out and the spread radius. We will set it to slow. Then we set the spread radius to high. Now we have the particles fading out slowly, and then they spread in all directions. Let's also change the background to, for example, blue color. To do that, we can add the background parameter. Let's add it as the first parameter for the config. So we now have the device screen changed to a blue color. Next, let's look at how to change the shape content of the particles. The particle content parameter is an array that allows you to replace the default content image used for rendering the particles. The possible options are images, emojis, and shapes. To modify the content of the fireworks effect, we can add the shape content array as a first parameter of the configuration variable. So over here, you can see the first parameter is the background. Let's remove that and add the content array. So we have 3 different shapes for the content: triangle, square, and circle. By default, the shape parameter uses multiple colors. You can see we have red, green, and blue. So by specifying any of them with solid color, overrides the default color. To use the library provided colors for elements of the array, you should set the color as nil. Let's set the circle color as nil. So we now have the Effects Library provided color for the circle. We can add different kind of content to the content parameter. So below the shape, let's add emojis as well. So we have fire, fireworks, and wood. So let's preview again. So this is how to mix the basic shapes such as rectangle, square, and circle with emojis such as fire, fireworks, and wood. You can customize the animations in the Effects Library in several ways. Over here, we have a tutorial to get you started and also advanced customization. So I encourage you to check this advanced customization tutorial of the Effects Library. It is time to integrate the Effects Library with Chat SwiftUI by ejecting the particle effects to chat bubbles and the background of chat bubbles. Here we have the app delegate. It is used to set up the SDK. You can check the article I showed previously to learn how to set it up. In the main SwiftUI app, we are not displaying the content view, we are displaying the channel list view. You can use the file CustomUI Factory to perform all the customizations of Stream Chat. So if I go back to the main SwiftUI app again, you can see we have added the CustomUI Factory here. So in this file, we need to implement some methods in order to add the animation to the SwiftUI views. In the previous animations I showed, I used the Xcode preview to display all the animations. As a recommendation for this section, you should preview all the animations using the Xcode simulator or an iOS device. So henceforth, we will preview all the animations with the Xcode simulator. Let's begin by adding the snow effect to chat bubbles. You can swap some of the SDK provided components with custom SwiftUI views using views injection. So there are several slottable views in the SDK. So you can remove them and place your own SwiftUI compositions. Let's look at how to add the snow effect or any effect as overlay on the chat bubbles. We can implement this using the method called makeMessageTextView in the View Factory. So we have the View Factory open. In the body of the View Factory, I have the code in my clipboard, so I will paste it here. We have a test message. On top of the test message, we have an overlay. Using an overlay, we can add content on top of other content. So the overlay works as an opposite to background of a view. Using the overlay, we can place content on the top right, top left, bottom left, and the bottom right. So on the top right of the overlay, we have the snow effect. Since we have already imported the effects library, we can now go ahead to run the code to see what we have. So we have a list of channels from the SDK, and once we click any of the list, we go to the message view, and this shows the snow effect we added to the message bubble. We can render the other effects in the same way. So here, instead of the snow, let's replace it with the fireworks and run it again. So now we have the fireworks effect on the chat bubbles instead of the snow. Another customization we can add to this chat experience is to change the background of the conversation area. So in this final example, we will add the snow effect to the background of the emoji reactions. This will be done by implementing the method makeReactionsBackgroundView in the custom view factory. And to display the snow animation, you should use a tap and hold gesture on the incoming or outgoing message bubbles. So let's go back to the custom view factory. Below the method makeMessageTextView, let's add the other method, that is makeReactionsBackgroundView, and this contains the snow animation. So we can now run the code again and see the effect. So we have the channel list items. You can go to the message list to see the fireworks effect. And once we use tap and hold gesture on any of the message bubbles, we see the snow animation. So to recap, in this video, we looked at what the effects library is all about. We brought default animations from the effects library to standard SwiftUI views. I showed you how to customize various parameters of the effects to create a unique particle system experience. We didn't end there. We looked at how to integrate the effects library with Chat SwiftUI. I encourage you to start using the effects library today in your SwiftUI projects. Thanks for watching.